iMovie.
Because I just got a new Mac with a
Did you?
camera. So
I'd be happy to.
I haven't got around it yet.
All right, well, we are live here with Jack Dangers and Eric Olsen of blogcritics.org, and
Live.
just
Live and direct.
there we go.
Hi, as Don said, it's Eric Olsen with blogcritics.org, and we have the indomitable pleasure of speaking with Jack Dangers of Meat Beat Manifesto. We have been fans since day one, and day one would be, what is it? Isn't it armed audio warfare? Isn't that it?
Day one would have been 1987. March of 1987 was the very first release of the 12-inch I Got the Fiat.
Exactly. So we're on 21 years, although this is your 20-year anniversary, right? The tour is officially 20 years.
Well, yeah. Didn't tour until 88, so I'm touring for 20. But
Was this the first CD?
no,
Album? Not
No.
the first album?
no, that's a reissue of the second album. The
Oh.
first one was Storm Studio.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't have that one. I'm a fool. I'll tell you when I came in is, and because I was a DJ, see,
Mhm.
and here in Cleveland, and in LA. And right when I got here, I found, this was in '90. I found, man, there's no alternative rock / dance scene here at all. So I ended up within a few short months. I got a radio show on, it was the first on the commercial rock. It was on Rock 107 in Canton, and that reached almost up to here. And so doing a Friday night show, and right then was when the fantabulous Meat Beat Manifesto CD came out, and man, we just absolutely played the hell out of Helter Skelter.
Mhm.
I mean, the 12-inch.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing. Why don't we, just for the benefit of everyone, we've talked before. We talked for the. Do we have the book?
The book is
Yeah, with the
yeah.
The book is holding up the camera / computer.
I'm gonna grab that and then we'll.
yeah.
I interviewed Jack for the Encyclopedia of Record Producers, which came out on Billboard Books in '99, and we covered approximately 500 of the most important producers in recording history. And it was my pleasure to include Jack on that, and we had a great time talking on the phone. This is the first time we've met in person. And so so I know I have a fair knowledge of the background, but why don't we just tell people, how'd you get into music in the first place? I know is it Swinton or Swindon?
Swindon. Yeah.
And where is that?
It's in
England,
the
obviously.
west country, in the west of England, near Bristol.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I was born and bred there, and lived there all my life until I was 26, and I moved over here. Yeah, there's not much to really talk about Swindon. The only other band really come from there was XTC.
But that was how you got into music, right?
Yeah.
Did you do some work for
Yeah,
them,
I
or
did.
some roading, or go for work for them?
I did. Yeah, they were working in a studio in Swindon. It was the only studio there, and I was like a T-boy, intern T-boy for a couple of years, and I got to meet Andy then. And 5 years later, when I got a record deal with Sweatbox Records, I met up with Andy again, and he produced a 12-inch called B-Head.
Was that the first one?
Yeah. Well, that was the second 12-inch we did, but it was the first record I worked with him.
So that's 21 years ago.
Mhm.
That first one came out. That's a long time. That's tough. It's a tough business, isn't it?
Yeah, to keep your head above water.
How many albums have you done?
This is the 10th full album release.
And then remixes. I know we have. Not getting into Tino yet here, but we have some remixes here. Which one? Let's see.
Yeah, like that's sort of like technically a mini album.
Right.
And Version Galore was the same sort of thing.
And in dub, is that one, or is that?
No,
new?
that's a full-length album. We did that in 5.1 surround sound as well.
That I've listened to it on that. I love that. I love your dub work, by the way.
Oh.
The whole range. I mean, you really are one of my favorites, because as I've gotten older, besides having the DJ background, which of course inclines me naturally toward electronic music and dance music and hip hop for that matter, all of which you combine so well. I've always loved reggae, always loved dub, and you sort of magically combine all those and put them together in a way that's always inventive, always interesting, melodic, but you have kind of a skewed melodic sense. I love that. It's not an obvious melodic sense. How does
Dissonant.
Well, it can be dissonant, but it's not only dissonant. You seem to take. I was analyzing. I was listening to a bunch of these today, and I took some time off. Hey, I'm listening to my favorite CDs, and you have it's almost like ellipses where you'll make big leaps. You'll high to low, back and forth, and put it together that way. Any thoughts on how your melodic sense came together?
Not really. That's just, that's what I do. So it's not a forced thing. It's just a natural thing. But the only thing I was good at school was art. I wasn't any good at music at that point. I'm not from a musical family either. So if I was, if I did have some type of musical training, maybe that sort of dissonance wouldn't be in there. But it's just natural to me.
Which is often the best. You didn't have it trained out of you.